Day 7, when you do not have the full picture. I'm Avery, and welcome to Daily Grace. This season, we are walking through a series called Trust, a Steady Return to God. Trust does not grow through pressure, it grows through steadiness. Day by day, we return to the quiet truth that God remains faithful. Today, we are reflecting on something many of us experience often: trusting when we do not have the full picture. There are seasons in life when clarity feels far away. You may be praying, you may be waiting, you may be doing your best to move forward carefully, and still there are questions. Why this direction? Why this delay? Why this change? When we cannot see the full picture, the heart naturally tries to fill in the gaps, sometimes with worry, sometimes with assumptions, sometimes with quiet fear. But trust is not built by understanding every detail. Trust grows by learning who God is. Even when we cannot see everything He is doing, one simple verse reminds us of this steady truth. Proverbs 3:5 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding." Notice something gentle about that verse. It does not say understanding will always come quickly. It does not say every moment will make sense. It simply invites us not to rest our entire weight on what we can see, because our understanding is limited, but God's perspective is not. There are times when life feels like walking through a dimly lit path. You can see the next few steps, but not the entire road, and that can feel uncomfortable. Most of us want the whole map, the full explanation, the reassurance that everything will unfold exactly as we expect. But often God gives something different. He gives enough light for the next step, not the entire journey. I remember a simple moment from a few years ago. There was a season when several things in my life felt uncertain at once. Plans were shifting, some relationships were changing. A few things I thought were settled were suddenly unclear again. Nothing catastrophic, just a quiet kind of uncertainty, the kind that leaves you wondering what direction things are really going. One evening, I went for a walk. It was late enough that the sun had already set. Street lights lined the path ahead of me. Each one illuminated a small circle of light, not the entire road, just the space beneath it. As I walked, I noticed something simple. I never needed the whole path lit at once. Each light revealed the next few steps. Then the next one appeared. Then the next. The road was still there, even when I could not see all of it. And in a quiet way, that moment reminded me of how God often leads us, not by giving us every answer at once, but by faithfully lighting the step we are on. Trust does not require perfect clarity. It grows through steady steps, through small moments of choosing to believe that God sees more than we do, and that His guidance does not disappear just because we cannot see the entire picture. If you are in a season like that right now, you're not doing anything wrong. Not knowing everything is not failure. It is simply part of being human. Even faithful people in Scripture walked through seasons of incomplete understanding. They followed God before they could see how everything would unfold. And slowly over time, the path became clearer. Today's quiet invitation is simple. Instead of trying to solve the entire future, allow yourself to stand in today. Notice the step that is in front of you, the small act of faith, the quiet choice to keep walking with God even while questions remain. Trust does not demand certainty. It simply rests in the character of the one who is leading. And God has never been uncertain. He is steady, even when the picture is incomplete, even when the road curves in ways we did not expect. He remains present, and He remains faithful. So tonight or this morning, wherever you're listening from, take a slow breath. You do not need the entire map. You only need the next step. And God is already there, lighting the way forward. May you move through this day gently. May you remember that trust does not have to rush. God is steady, and you are still being held. Until next time, this is Avery.